Hi, I'm Kasun Chamara. I work on People's Insurance PSC. I'm 30 years old and I'm living in Kiribatkode. These days, I'm following Higher National Diploma in Accountancy SLATE. Today, I am pleased to present an analysis of the financial health and strategic positioning of BUKIT DARAH PLC based on the latest data. I have been chosen Bukit DARAH PLC to my individual assignment in corporate reporting practices subject. Bukit DARAH is a premier Sri Lanka-based investment holding company under Cousins Cumberbatch Group and currently managed by the Selvanathan family. The company has managed a portfolio under these businesses: oil palm plantation, beverage production, portfolio management, real estate, and leisure sector in Sri Lanka, but also Indonesia, Malaysia, and India. When this looking, we can get examples for mentioned sectors: oil palm plantation, Good Hope PSC; beverages, Lion Brewery Ceylon; portfolio and asset management, Ceylon Investment PSC; real estate, Equity One Limited; and leisure sector, Pegasus Hotels Ceylon. It was incorporated in 1916 and the largest shareholders of Bukit DARAH PLC is the Cousins Cumberbatch PLC. The chairman of Bukit DARAH PLC, Mr. Hariharan Selvanathan, and I have been chosen annual report period 2024 to 2025. Now let's look at the financial highlight of the year 2025. The company have total asset 294 billion and company achieved profit after tax 34 billion. Company paid as taxation 17 billion and company achieved the revenue 323 billion. EBITDA 65 billion and 16,719 employees served as the staff of this company. These figures show that the company has grown significantly compared to the previous year. Next one is the ratio calculations of the company. The first one is the profitability ratio. ROA. We saw a significant jump here, moving from 8.03% in 2024 to 11.59% in 2025. This indicates the management is becoming much more efficient at utilizing its asset base to generate profit. The next one is the gross profit margin. While their revenue grew, the gross profit margin saw a slight dip from 27.85% to 26.57%. This suggests that while they are selling more, the cost of production or raw materials has increased slightly, narrowing their per unit profit. The next one is the liquidity. The current ratio improved from 1.47 to 1.85 and their quick ratio rose from 1.15 to 1.51. This is a very healthy side. It shows the company has more than enough liquid asset to cover its short-term obligation without stress. Next one is the efficiency. Inventory turnover increased from 9.85 to 10.93 from 2024 to 2025. Even more impressive is the payable turnover, which surged from 26.23 to 36.31. This suggests a very disciplined approach to managing credit and supplier relationship. Now let's look at long-term stability and what this means for their shareholders. Its first one is the interest coverage ratio, which soared from 1.96 to 8.35. This means their earnings are now over 8 times their interest expenses, drastically reducing financial risk. Furthermore, their debt ratio from 1.09 to 0.89, showing that they are now funded more equity than by debt. Last one is the investor ratio. PE ratio remained steady around 4.99. The market price of their share reflects growth climbing 407.25 to 686.25. Based on these figures, I have three primary recommendations for the board. First one is the cost optimization. Second one is the strategic reinvestment. Third one is the dividend policy. Cost optimization. Since the gross profit margin dipped slightly despite higher revenue, they should conduct a secondary audit of supply chain costs in the beverage and oil palm sectors to regain those margins. Strategic reinvestment with a strong liquidity position and a low debt to equity ratio. The company is an excellent position to seek new acquisition or expand existing plantation in Indonesia and Malaysia. Last one is the dividend policy. Dividend policy, given the nearly doubled EPS and strong solvency, they should consider a review of the dividend payout to further enhance shareholders' value and attract long-term institutional investment. Last one is the conclusion. In conclusion, BUKIT DARAH PLC has demonstrated exceptional growth and increased financial stability over the past year. Profitability has improved, liquidity position is strong, financial risk has reduced, efficiency has increased. Overall, the company is in a stable and positive financial position, making it attractive for investors and future expansion. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.